What's going on, guys? This is the Wisdom Matrix, and this video is about how to observe your, what you believe to be yourself, and why this can, help you tap into the infinite better and more, and how it actually seems to decrease this sense of self, and you actually become this observer of this sense of self that you think you are. So how do you do this? Well, try and figure out who you actually are, because a lot of the problems that happen are because it feels like you are this sense of self that you think you are. So the thing to do is to try and observe this sense of self, and it could be by observing your thoughts and trying to follow that back to your complete, your sense of self, where all these thoughts come from. And it's not, like I've said before, it's not exactly like a thought. It's more of a thought essence. But the way to kind of do this is you can do it by just noticing what it feels like you are. What does it feel like inside of your mind? What does your mind feel like? What do you feel like you are? And just observe that. It may have thoughts, it may not. And you can observe your thoughts too, and doing this, because that's another thing too is that when you think something, it feels like you are this thought, or you are participating or part of this thought. But when you start observing these thoughts, you actually become an observer of the thoughts eventually. It may take some time, it may take like a couple seconds or a minute or so. Usually takes about, at most a minute or two, unless you're deeply overwhelmed or unconscious about something. But it usually takes about at most like a minute to observe this, and just keep observing it. What does it feel like to be you? What does it seem to be? And this is not like what I'm talking about, but what I've talked about it before, about tapping into the infinite. This is an actual something that you feel like you are. And doing this actually seems to keep observing you. Doing this actually seems to help you detach yourself from yourself, your real self from yourself. Because as I've pointed out before, you are not this thing that you think you are, you feel like you are. And doing this helps you kind of observe it, and doing this helps you to detach from it, and it lessens. It starts to lessen every time. It starts to have less and less of an effect upon you. And detachment is how you start to build more and more awareness, because you're detaching from yourself, what you think you are, what it feels like you are a lot of times. Of course, you don't really know this consciously. Usually this is why the ego stays in place. This is why the ego is so attached to awareness. So just keep watching this, and eventually you'll just notice that this thing is very much like lessening itself. It's not as strong as it was, and then you can tap into the infinite easier from that point, or you can just keep observing it, keep observing it. So like I said, this helps you detach from, all these ideas or whatever that you think you are, and ideas that you may have in your head about how things should be, or something like that. So anyways, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe, and share it with others, so if you got some kind of benefit from it, so that you can get the same benefits, so they can get the same benefits too. And I'll see you in the next video.